What's up, my friend? Today I'll be reacting to Southern comfort food you need to try before you die. Well, if that's the case, but before I go into that, can I ask you for one thing? If you can leave a like on this one, thank you so much, my friend. This is the best way to show support. If you can subscribe, well, in that case, forget about it. You make my day. Have that in consideration. Now, link for the original video in my description. You guys end up recommending this one quite a lot, so let's play it.
If you've ever lived in the American South, you'll know that the food down there has its own unique identity, and it's absolutely delicious too. If you haven't tried these, well, bless your heart. These are the Southern comfort foods you—
Wait, not thank you. Bless your heart is actually an offense, right, my friends? But sounds so nice. Bless your heart. Oh, thank you, lady. That's amazing. But I should not be happy with that, right?
lived in the American South, you'll know that the food down there has its own unique identity, and it's absolutely delicious too. If you haven't tried these, well, bless your heart. These are the Southern comfort foods you absolutely need to try.
Okay, let's
One
see
of
it.
the most popular dishes to have come out of New Orleans are beignets. These airy treats are made with usually square pieces of yeast dough that are fried in hot oil until they puff up. They're then generously dusted with powdered sugar and eaten straight away,
This is good.
preferably accompanied by a mug of café au lait. Arguably, the best place to enjoy a beignet is in New Orleans, preferably at the Café du Monde, in the city's French Quarter. But if getting around is proving a little difficult right now, then you're in luck, because they're not difficult to make at home either. Just make sure to turn them often in the oil, and be careful not to overcook them. Biscuits and gravy is a hearty breakfast dish that you'll find in restaurants and homes.
Okay, I never tried this, biscuits and gravy, but this is very popular in America, right? From what I understand, please correct me if I'm wrong, this is basically sausage with milk, something like that, right? Is really that good? I think I would like this.
Across the South. The soft, flaky biscuits are smothered in white gravy, which is made from pork sausage drippings, milk, and flour. The gravy is seasoned with black pepper and typically includes pieces of the breakfast sausage too, making it even more flavorful. The good news is that sausage gravy is easy to make at home, and there are plenty of different recipes available online. Failing that, you could pick up some of the ready mix packets at the grocery store, although you'll really want to try the homemade stuff at least once. As for the biscuits, if making them from scratch just isn't feasible, the Pillsbury ones you pop open and bake will work just fine. Just don't let a southerner catch you taking those shortcuts. Okay, so boiled peanuts sound kind of bland compared to roasted peanuts, but don't judge a book by its cover. These are actually really good. They're made by taking raw peanuts and boiling them for hours in salty water over a fire, until the shells turn soggy. These peanuts are then sold at roadside stands.
Oh, I never saw this in my life. Boiled peanuts? Is this a thing in the South? Oh, I wasn't... Okay, this one I never even reacted. I saw a lot of stuff about the South, but never... At least I don't remember boiled peanuts. Okay, I did not even know you could boil that.
All over the South, where residents and tourists alike enjoy them, often with bottles of Coke or sweet tea. For what it's worth, it's usually best to munch on boiled peanuts outdoors, so you can easily spit out their soggy shells, because it's nearly impossible to crack them open with your hands. Of course, some people opt to eat these peanuts whole, shells and all, but that's one heck of an acquired taste.
What? No chance. You eat the shell of the... Oh, okay, what? Okay, this is fascinating.
Some people opt to eat these peanuts whole, shells and all, but that's one heck of an acquired taste.
Okay. Yeah.
For centuries, people have been making use of their stale bread by creating their own kinds of bread pudding. Often made with bread, cream, eggs, sugar, spices, and raisins, modern bread pudding is the heartiest of comfort foods, and should do wonders for warming you up on a cold and dreary day. So how do you make bread pudding even better? Just add bourbon. In the South, people often add a few dashes of bourbon to a number of different recipes, and bread pudding is one of them. The bourbon
Yo, the South is wild. I'm sorry. This, okay, to be honest, the peanut butter, not the peanut butter, the peanuts, I'm not sure. But all of this, the other stuff, I would try for sure. I'm not sure if this is good or not, but I would try. Okay. Wow.
Combines with the cream and sugar to create a thick, warm sauce that is drizzled over the warm bread pudding right before.
Honestly, that looks really good. Oh boy. That looks really good.
Before serving. Brunswick stew is a hearty, tomato-based stew that's hugely popular in the South. It typically features lima beans, corn, and other vegetables, along with some sort of meat. The base includes barbecue sauce and a little hot sauce for some heat, too. Early versions of the stew use squirrel meat, but if you're not brave enough to keep it authentic, you can always substitute the squirrel with rabbit, chicken, or just about anything else. Virginia.
What? Okay, oh my god, this video. I honestly thought, you know what, let's react to a video, this will be a relaxed one. I'm probably already aware of all the food that I will be reacting. Yeah, that is completely out of the window. What is this? Branwicks. Oh man. And you... Do you know someone that eats the beaver? Please tell me in the comments.
Authentic, you can always substitute the squirrel with rabbit, chicken, or just about
the squirrel. Squirrel? Okay, never mind.
Anything else. Virginians claim the stew originated in their Brunswick County, while Georgians will tell you it was first made in the city of Brunswick, Georgia. Wherever it came from, however, it's a truly delicious comfort food that'll easily take the chill out of a wintry day. Grab some cornbread, or a loaf of any crusty bread for that matter, to sop up all the southern goodness.
Could be good.
Fried catfish is a simple dish that's available at most restaurants that serve fish in the South. And the good news is that catfish is pretty good for you, since it's high in omega-3 fatty acids and low in mercury. If you can't find it at a restaurant near you, however, your grocery store may offer farmed catfish, which is also typically clean and nutritious. Catfish is easy enough to prepare. Dip it in milk, dredge it in seasoned cornmeal, and fry it in hot oil. It only takes...
We also do this here quite a lot. I don't think it's catfish, it's probably other fish, but the process is the same. This is good for sure.
A few minutes to get it golden brown on the outside and beautifully flaky on the inside. Add a squirt of lemon and a side of rice, then start chowing down. Pure
Looks
bliss.
good.
For a truly comforting meal, there's nothing like a bowl of chicken and dumplings. If you aren't in the South, where you can find them at most sit-down restaurants, you can try making these at home by dropping biscuit dough into cooking soup. And though they aren't difficult to make, dumplings are a kind of art form, and they can take some time to perfect. You don't want your dumplings undercooked and wet inside, but...
Okay, my friend, what is dumplings? Is this stuff? But is this what? Potatoes? Okay. Looks good, but I don't know. Okay, oh well.
You also don't want them so overcooked that they start falling apart in the broth. Stick them with a toothpick, and if it comes out clean, you're good to go.
Sure.
Chicken fried steak, sometimes called country fried steak, is made from a tenderized cube steak which is battered like fried chicken, pan-fried and topped with white gravy. While you can find chicken fried steak in an array of southern states, it's most closely associated with Texas. And as with most things, it's always bigger in Texas too. In fact,
yeah, this is good for sure. I mean, yeah, this is good. Fried chicken, good 100%. And the sauce on the top also looks quite nice, I have to say it.
Lulu's Cafe in San Antonio, you can find a 21-ounce version of this dish. And it's not a coincidence that Lulu's is also home to the famous 3-pound cinnamon roll too. That's just how they roll down there, as it were. For your next Super Bowl party, why not forego the wings and serve up a batch of southern fried chicken gizzards instead? Believe it or not, your guests might thank you for it. Okay, so you probably don't want to think too much about what a gizzard is, but that'll be easy enough to do once you realize how good it tastes. You can cook gizzards in a number of ways, but it's best to boil them first and then coat them before deep frying. Throw in a little hot sauce, and soon you won't be able to get enough of these tender little morsels. Chicken.
1 second. I have to see what gizzard. I believe I know what it is, but I don't want to believe it. 1 second. No chance at all. You know, I could cut this part on the video, but let's be real. I mean, gizzards. Okay. Yeah, that's disgusting. Let's continue.
Pot pie is an iconic southern comfort food that, when done right, simply can't be beaten. And done right doesn't mean grabbing a pie from your grocer's freezer section. A flaky golden brown homemade crust is essential for this southern specialty. Inside, the chicken needs to be moist and plentiful. The vegetables must be neither too firm nor too mushy, and the gravy creamy but not goopy. Is it a challenge to find a good chicken pot pie? Yes, but it really is worth it. And if you don't trust restaurants to get it right, you could always experiment with different recipes at home. It might take some time to perfect, but once you land on just the right method, you'll never want to cook anything else. Ambrosia didn't actually originate in the South, but you'll still find it at plenty of southern potlucks. This variety of fruit salad typically contains mandarin oranges, mini marshmallows, pineapple chunks, and shredded coconut mixed with some sort of dairy ingredient. Some people use mayonnaise, while others use cream cheese, plain
Oh,
yogurt,
this
or
is
whipped
good.
cream. You might also find some potluckers add in bananas, cherries, and nuts too. Because why the heck not, right? Think of it like a banana split without the ice cream. And then maybe throw in some ice cream anyway. If you live north of the Mason-Dixon line, you've probably never experienced chitlins before, and you are most definitely missing out. Chitlins are made from the large intestines of a hog, and they need to be carefully cleaned and prepared before cooking, for obvious reasons. Typically, the intestines are soaked in baking soda and water,
Yeah, no. Big pass on this one. Sorry. No.
rinsed several times, turned inside out, and cleaned by hand before being boiled for several hours. And just in case you're doing this at home, be warned. Chitlins smell
Looks good, actually. Oh, boy.
truly disgusting while they are boiling, so put some onion and lemon in the water to tone down the odor. After they are boiled, batter and deep fry them. Then serve them up with a little hot sauce. Though
Never mind, I would eat that.
Pennsylvania has its own version of chow chow, it's actually completely different from the southern variety. In the South, chow chow is a cabbage-based type of pickled relish that incorporates onions, peppers, tomatoes, and a whole lot of seasoning. This stuff
Okay.
is often used as a topping for hot dogs and hamburgers, but you could also use it to top your cornbread, fish cakes, beans, and even your mashed potatoes. In fact, you can put it on just about anything. It'll taste great no matter what. Collard greens
Okay, wait a second. Am I crazy? Or the food in the South, first of all, is amazing, but second, most of this stuff is not that healthy, right, my friends? Oh well.
are a leafy green vegetable not completely unlike turnip or mustard greens, and are most often associated with soul food. They can be bitter and tough if not cooked
This
properly.
is healthy.
But if they're done right, then they'll make the perfect side dish to any southern meal.
Sure.
After washing them well, chop the leaves into inch-long pieces, then simmer them in water. People often throw a ham bone into the pot, along with garlic and onion for a little extra flavor. But one of the best additions to collard greens has got to be bacon. You can never go wrong with bacon.
You know the part of this being healthy? Put that out of the window. Not healthy anymore, but it tastes much better now with bacon.
Red-eye gravy is made with the grease and drippings of pan-fried ham and black coffee. And yeah, okay, that might sound kinda gross, but this stuff really is amazing. The coffee is first used to deglaze the pan, but is then combined with the grease on a 1-to-1 ratio, resulting in a highly unusual yet genuinely delicious gravy. You can pour the simple gravy over your ham, potatoes, rice, or grits, but many folk choose to simply sop it up with biscuits. Crawfish, crayfish, crawdads, or mudbugs, whatever you call them in your neck of the woods, these
I reacted to this already. A video of Jolie, they tried crawfish. This could be really good, I feel like.
freshwater crustaceans are some of the tastiest seafood out there.
Okay.
Of course, you can eat crawfish meat dipped in drawn butter, just like you would with lobster. But if you ever find yourself in the Cajun areas of Louisiana, do yourself a favor and seek out crawfish etouffee. This is when crawfish meat in a spicy roux is poured over rice for an amazing dish with a seriously deep flavor. As simple as it sounds, you don't want to make fried chicken and waffles at home. Instead, hop on over to one of the South's many
Fried chicken and waffles. Oh, this is crazy. I never thought about putting those two things together. But this can be really good.
awesome waffle establishments or diners, the places that really get it right. If you haven't experienced chicken and waffles before, it might seem like an unusual combination, but it really does work. Crispy on the outside and juicy on the inside, perfectly seasoned fried chicken makes a heavenly partner for a plate of buttery.
Dude, can I have some real talk with you, my friends? So, I already struggle with my weight here in Portugal. I eat a lot. Can you imagine if I go to America? That will be problematic, right? Again, I mean, but this stuff looks so good.
Waffles. This is also an incredibly versatile dish and should work great for breakfast, lunch, dinner, or a late night snack. Fried green tomatoes is a simple southern side dish that packs a big punch. The key when making fried green tomatoes is to avoid them turning into
Dude, you guys fry tomatoes? Tomato, you know. That's crazy. Looks good.
a soft, soggy mess. Check your unripened tomatoes are suitably firm.
Green tomatoes? What shenanigan is this?
Then cut them into 3/8 to half-inch slices and soak them for an hour in a mixture of buttermilk and hot sauce. Dredge the tomatoes in a combination of cornmeal and cornstarch, then fry them in bacon grease over medium-high heat until they're crispy on the outside. but be careful not to overcook them. You can dip them in just about anything, but a remoulade with mayo, hot sauce, horseradish, and Cajun spices would be the ultimate authentic
I
accompaniment.
believe it.
I miss the smell of coffee and bacon frying. Oh, what I wouldn't give for a plate of fried green tomatoes.
If you're looking for something a little out of the ordinary to fill you up, consider jambalaya. A favorite in Louisiana, jambalaya is a mix of sausage, chicken, seafood, and vegetables, cooked in the same pot with rice and stock. Creole jambalaya contains tomatoes, while the Cajun version does not. Both, of course, are extremely tasty.
Okay, wait a second. Louisiana seems maybe the best place in the South if you like food. Because not the first time she mentions Louisiana. Okay.
Jambalaya.
In Cajun jambalaya, in rural Louisiana, you might also find a variety of game meats used, as well as alligator, crayfish, and even turtle.
Alligator? Oh no! Just put chicken. Can we do it with chicken or pork? That would be fine. Alligator? Out. Sorry.
All Southerners know that everything's better when you fry it, and okra is no exception. To make these golden nuggets of veggie goodness for yourself, slice your okra, dip it in buttermilk, and then coat it in cornmeal and season before deep frying. The best thing here is that
So even the vegetables are fried? Well, what was healthy is not healthy anymore. But probably good again.
okra is seriously good for you, since it's low in calories and contains a great deal of fiber, potassium, calcium, and vitamins. The hot
Okay.
brown sandwich originated at the restaurant in the Brown Hotel in Louisville, Kentucky in the 1920s, and it's still served there today. The hot brown is traditionally an open-faced turkey sandwich with tomatoes, covered in Mornay sauce, which is baked, topped with bacon, and then broiled. Some
Oh,
people
this
say
is
it was
good.
originally created with peaches rather than tomatoes. Others swear it's a great hangover cure. Pretty much everyone agrees, however, that it's a genuine, bona fide, once-in-a-lifetime sandwich.
I believe it.
If you've ever eaten at Long John Silver's, you've probably had their hush puppies. But the ones you can get at a southern restaurant or fish fry are a heck of a lot better than the Long John variety. Hush puppies are basically balls of fried cornmeal batter that are often served alongside fried fish or shrimp. Though hush puppies aren't exactly complex, they're kind of like potato chips, in that it's virtually impossible to eat just one. Southern pecan pie made with a splash of high-quality bourbon is hard to beat. If you don't have a restaurant in your area that makes a killer pecan
Oh.
pie, though, it's not too difficult to make at
That looks so good. Am I crazy?
home. However, you'll want to experiment with the amounts of corn syrup, brown sugar, and bourbon you're using until you find just the right combination. And sure, you might end up having to bake a load of pies to get it right, but who's gonna complain about that? If you aren't from the South, then there's a chance you aren't too familiar with pimento cheese. Basically, pimento cheese is a mixture of cheese mixed with mayo and pimento peppers. It can be spread on crackers, stuffed into celery, and scooped onto chips. Some people add it to scrambled eggs or grits, while others use it as a relish for brats, burgers, and hot dogs. In Louisiana, they spice it up by adding hot sauce or cayenne pepper into the mix. But the
That looks amazing. Oh boy, man. Oh wow. This is good. This is really, really good. Man, Southern comfort food. Approve it. 100%.
possibilities for pimento cheese are endless, and once you start incorporating it into your recipes, you're never going to want to stop. Pot liquor is the liquid that's left behind after you boil green vegetables. So what do you do with it other than pour it down the sink? Well, some people save pot liquor and use it in place of stock in their next stew or soup, while others pour it over rice or potatoes. But the best thing to do with pot liquor is drink it. It might seem a little odd, but that way you can reap all the nutrients that have boiled out of the greens.
Well, okay.
Red beans and rice is a staple dish in Louisiana Creole cuisine.
This is also very popular here. I love this.
Traditionally, families took the ham hocks, bones, vegetables, and beans that were left over from Sunday dinner and used them to create a scrumptious dish of spicy beans that were served with rice the next day. Cayenne
This is
pepper,
good.
Tabasco sauce, and other seasonings can turn up the heat on this hearty meal, while some people like to add in
Actually, it's not exactly like the way the lady was doing, but it's similar.
sausage or other meats. Here's a tip though. If you boil bones to make a broth for the base, you'll get exactly the flavor you want without having to add anything else.
Okay.
Gumbo is sometimes confused with jambalaya, but it's not the same thing at all. The key difference is that with jambalaya, the rice is cooked with the rest of the ingredients. With gumbo, however, the rice is cooked separately. Gumbo is a stew created with a strong, robust stock, sausage, shrimp, other shellfish, and the holy trinity of vegetables: bell peppers, celery, and onions. The most important aspect of home cooking a great gumbo is perfecting the roux that's used as its base. Or you could just head down to New Orleans and get someone to make it for you. Your call.
Where's my mac and cheese?
Everyone knows that real macaroni and cheese doesn't come out of a box, nor does it come with a packet of powdered cheese. Real good old-fashioned Southern mac and cheese is a completely separate dish altogether. It's often created with the combination of cheeses, and you can use anything from smoked
I never had the good mac and cheese. Never. But I would love.
cheddar and Monterey Jack to Gruyere and Velveeta. Southern recipes usually feature heavy whipping cream, evaporated milk, or both. And the dish is baked in the oven until the sauce is creamy and the top is crispy.
Oh, that
no matter
looks so
how
good.
much you love macaroni and cheese, you've never really tried it until you've had it in the South.
I
You
believe
might have
that.
seen sweet potato casserole at Thanksgiving dinner and passed it by. But it's time to stop sleeping on this delicious dish. Though some folks love it topped with charred marshmallows,
Oh, take out the marshmallows, please. That's the... No. I don't like that. But other than that, could be nice.
others prefer a topping made with brown sugar and pecans. Give it a go, and you'll soon realize that this often overlooked Thanksgiving side dish deserves a place on your dinner table all through the year.
Sure.
Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus
Jesus.
even more mashed videos about your favorite foods or
Am I crazy or this was insane? This was insane, right, my friends? Let me just do a quick review. So, bag nuts, biscuit, this is good. The peanut stuff, no chance. Oh, the bread, the bourbon pudding, really good. Yep, that I'm not gonna comment. Fried catfish, this is good. Everything was good, to be honest. Everything was good. Wow. Yeah. I mean, what can I say, my friends? Everything was kind of good, honestly. Maybe one or two, no chance, but I mean, this is impressive. Leave a like if you also agree that the Southern comfort food will end up looking amazing on this video. Yeah. And that's it for today, my friends. Hope you end up enjoying this video. If that's the case, do not forget to leave a like. Also consider to subscribe if you are new to my channel. And also let me remember you about one thing. I have a Patreon community. I put videos there a bit earlier than I put on YouTube. So if you want to support me and have access to early content, go to my Patreon. I will leave a link on my description. Take a look at that. You can also scan the QR code you'll be seeing here. And that's it.